Good day, everybody. Guy Slocum here, leader of the Unity Party of New Zealand. And today I just want to touch on some feedback that I've been getting from people around the country and to give you my response to that feedback. It's amazing that I'm getting a surprising number of people telling me that they are not political and therefore they're not that interested in engaging in some of the issues that I feel we should be raising across the nation. Now, it's not for me to tell you what to do. It's not for me to tell you how to think. But how can you not be political when we have a government that is taking orders from outside, that is imposing restrictions and taking actions that are clearly not in the interests of New Zealand citizens? And I don't want this to turn into a government moaning session, but I'll just give you two examples. One being the fact that they're prepared to pay 40 million into the Paris Accord, which is a treaty among nations to deal with so-called man-made climate change. Why would they do that when we are hurting so much for money at home? Now, I realize that there are many of you listening who will not necessarily agree with me on the fact that climate change is not man-made. But it doesn't matter, folks. The reality is that whether it's man-made or not, emissions from New Zealand are 0.17% of the global emissions. So it doesn't matter what we do, we're going to make no significant difference to whatever you feel climate change means to the planet. So how can a government pay 40 million into the Paris Accord and deny us an extra wing in the Dunedin Hospital? Similarly, how can we pay vast quantities of money into a Ukrainian war half a world away when we are so strapped for cash at home? We will bring that money back and use for New Zealanders. Now, turning to the point about not being political, a lot of people are saying to me, well, yes, you're right. Those arguments are sound. We shouldn't be paying all that money outside our country. But you know, I've only got 20, 30 years to live. I reckon I can endure that sort of thing. That may be the case, but what about your children? What about your grandchildren? What about the legacy that our generation will leave for them? Do we want to be the generation that abandoned New Zealand? The generation that didn't push back against some of the nonsense that I've just outlined? So folks, please, it is necessary for you to become political. Place your vote where it is going to do the most good for New Zealand citizens. And please, let's come away from this belief that we are not political. Otherwise, as I say, we will be the generation that gave New Zealand away. Now, I know that's a fairly strong, strident message, but I feel strongly about it. I ask you to embrace it. And if you really don't agree with me, then pop on to our website. The address is on the board behind me, and leave me a message, or alternatively give me a call on 027 895 2909 and tell me where the content of this video is wrong. Because we are the party of the people, and even if you don't agree with me, we are in the business of representing your views. So if you feel that this video does not represent your view, please let me know and give me an alternative view so we can be truly representative of the people. In the meantime, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.